Well, we just had really humid hot weather and a light sprinkling of rain, which will make the shiitake mushrooms flush and grow. These are all maple and ironwood. They're not showing any signs of flushing right now because they're different varieties and different species of wood. But over here we have oak inoculated shiitake logs. And variety wants to pin and grow right now. The trick is to keep the slugs off them now. And there's a bunch over there pinning. Who do you think would be the winner of strength? Wood or mushroom mycelium? Look at these shiitake mushrooms pinning. They got to push up through oak bark. And the winner is shiitake. Look at this, is early pinning. Hold on, let's see if we can focus on that. No, it doesn't want to focus. Early pinning. It's fascinating. This is a good example. Very small log I inoculated with Shiitake mycelium. Wax the ends. It's getting light because it's over 7 years old and it's still flushing shiitakes. You could have these on your balcony if it was all shady and moist, the way they like it in the forest. You can grow these anywhere. Bigger logs, more shiitakes. Took this shiitake log out of the forest. I'm going to force these mushrooms in here and see if I can get some without any slug damage. Put some water in the bottom here. Poured water on top. Keep the moisture in. And now I'm going to put this over top. Keep the moisture in even more because it's pretty dry air in this RV. And we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see how big these have gotten. There might even be more pinning out of this. It's a little bit of green moss on the logs. Okay, good night, little shiitakes. Just gonna put this cloth over it because it's gonna rain. And I'm trying to keep the slugs off my shiitake mushrooms flushing. See if these sheets let the moisture in, but keep the slugs out. my shiitake mushrooms. I like to pick them just before the veil opens, before the slugs come. Oh yeah, they're putting on some size. This one's very light colored. There's another one busting out. Put a little bit more water in there. Keep that moisture high. Cover this back up. See what it looks like after day 3. Day 3, bringing in the shiitake log from the forest. Just picked those shiitakes. Got my oregano drying, my dill drying, and my thyme drying. And in the bin here, I've got a small log from the forest. Look how big they've got. And I think there's a few coming out on this side. And see this? Look it, they're all coming out. Is there enough light? Oh my gosh. There's a million coming out. See, the problem is, maybe I could stand the log up like this because, I mean, look how many there is. Can you see this? That's gonna be a mushroom. That's a mushroom. That's a mushroom. That's a mushroom. Look at them all. It's in ideal conditions. Moist. Not dark. Subdued light, I guess. Moist. And the great thing about it, there's no snails going on here. I can turn this log and this will just turn upright. I'll put some more water in here and then somehow just drape this plastic over like that and let them grow. It's amazing. This little log's over 7 years old, still producing shiitake mushrooms. Can you see the inoculations? There's one. Let me zoom in. I hammered in inoculated dowels. That's how you get it started. I like to sun dry my shiitakes, but it's a rain day. Just a little nibbled on. Just picked those yesterday. Apparently, if you put shiitakes in the sun, they get more vitamins. Let's check on my log, indoor log experiment. Oh yeah, look at that. Set this tripod down. This is definitely big enough to pick. Turn it this way. See, the gills are open. Look at all these ones pinning on this side. That's ridiculous. No, seriously, that's ridiculous because it's optimum conditions here. Okay, I'm going to cut this one off and let the others grow. Look at that. Shiitake. No slugs, no bugs. Price you gotta pay for outdoor log growing shiitakes. Another thing about shiitakes is their stems are quite tough and hard. So I always remove the stems, put them separate. So we'll let those dry. We'll go out and see what else we got coming off the logs this morning. Just cut this one off. Shiitake mushroom, experimental log brought indoors. Look how many. So we've had 2 big ones growing. I'm going to lay it back down on its side again. They won't get confused. Okay, got my little drying factory. Shiitake mushrooms drying. Big gigantic ones. I can't believe aren't slug infested. My brought indoor log experiment going crazy with shiitakes. And look at all this dill I picked this morning. Dill, dill, dill. This is dry. I gotta find a bag to put that in. This is oregano. It's dry. The thyme is dry, and the parsley is dry. Well, almost dry. Needs to get put in paper bags and then jars for the winter. See the veils open? They're just gonna stay small. And I have to go to the city, and these things will be full-blown dish-sized shiitakes. There's more pain in this. There's another one coming out. Leave those. And I'm telling you, when I come back after 24 hours, those shiitakes It'll be huge. At this workstation, I take the stems off the shiitakes because they're very tough to chew, and you can dry them still and grind them up and use them in soups and stews or wherever you want that shiitake flavor. And then I leave them on the screen here until they're almost dry, and then I take them to the city and put it on a dehydrator until it's super dry. There's no chance of rot. And then I grind them up in a food processor and make a powder, and then put shiitake mushrooms in wherever I want the flavor. Some of them get huge. So let's go check on those shiitake mushrooms that I left overnight. Look at these, how much they've shrunk in size. Remember those big ones? They're still drying. They're about half the size they are, or were. Okay, let's look in. Dun, da, da, da. Look what happens. If you're not here to pick them, they just keep growing. They're like saucers. Let's get in the light here. Perfectly edible, and look at that, no slugs. This is the shiitake log I brought in from the forest. It's about 12 inches long. I went away overnight, and look at these three. Perfectly pristine. No slugs, no bugs. And it's still flushing. Look at all these coming out. So many. Well, I'm going to put it back in the tub, and then I'm going to turn it around because these are coming out on the bottom part. I'm going to dry these up. Yummy. Maybe I'll cook those up for lunch. Thanks for dropping by. Have a great day. Another look at the shiitake log I brought in from the forest to force fruit this log. And here's, I was just in the city again for overnight. These were just tiny little buttons when I left. Now they're ready to pick almost. Veil's just opening. Little one. They were this big yesterday. Now they're this big. Pretty cool, eh? Shiitake mushrooms. I'm gonna pick those now. Oh, maybe in a little while. The veil's not quite open, so they can get a little bit bigger. Cute. What is smell? What is it? over with these ones.